Okay, today's demo lesson is about reporting questions. This is very similar to like time and reported speech. It's going to be how things change, how the verbiage changes depending on the situation, whether it's a direct conversation or it's reported versus like it happens in the future. So an example right now is Josh asks, "Do you want to join me for dinner?" versus Josh asks if I wanted to join him for dinner. See, there's a very small nuance there that you may not have caught. That's why you gotta watch this demo lesson so you can learn more about reporting questions. Right, see you soon. Hey, this is Michael with Michael's Business English. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michael Rincon. I'm a former six-figure data analyst turned ESL instructor and career coach. I support English language learners improve their career development through communications and language training. If you're new here, on this channel we talk about business English, communications, and career development. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you like and subscribe, and all the links mentioned in this video will be found in the description box below. Welcome to the demo lesson on reporting questions. This is an advanced level class for C1 students. The objective of today's class is to detail the changes in questions required when moving from direct speech to reported speech. So understand that reported speech is an advanced area of study. So you should be very comfortable with different questions forms, including yes/no questions, questions with word questions, and choice questions, right? So like if you haven't covered those stuff, if you're not familiar with some of the more advanced topics, you may want to go back to some of the A1 to B2 level lessons, okay? So let's begin. So there are different types of questions, like yes/no questions. These are questions that can be answered with a response of a yes or a no. These questions often begin with an auxiliary verb, such as be, do, have, or modal verbs. Like, do you like to dance? Are you hungry? Can you sing well? Right? Can you think of some more yes/no questions? Right. So here's an important caveat I want to point out here while we're talking about this, is that when I was working as an analyst, sometimes people would be asked yes/no questions, and instead of an answer like a yes or a no, the manager would come back with an explanation. And here's something to appreciate. Like sometimes, like it's something that's different from culture to culture. But sometimes when someone asks a question, they just want a yes or no. They don't want to know the entire story. They don't want to hear like an explanation or a reason why. They just want to know, can you do it, can you not do it? So for example, like, can we like get a copy of this report? It shouldn't be like a 30-minute explanation like, oh, we're working on this report right now and there's a lot of things going on. It's just like, no, we can't get the report. Or yes, we can. Or no, we can't because we're busy right now. We don't have a copy of it right now. You understand? Like, just be aware of that as a side note. If you're like an analyst, if you're working full time, sometimes questions are asked and they really just want a yes/no answer. They don't want an explanation. Nice. So question word or WH questions. Question word questions are questions beginning with a question word or phrase like who, what, where, when, why, how much, how often. So here's an example. Where are you from? How old are you? What time is it? Right, so your prompt is, can you think of some more questions? So in the comments below, go ahead and give me an example of a question word that you can use. Like, can you start a question with like where? Like, where do you want to go for dinner? Or how much money are you making right now? Or let's see, what else can you do? How often do you like to play video games? Right? So can you give me an example question? All right. So choice or alternative questions. These are questions that you could ask someone that give you options. Like, would you prefer coffee or tea? Do you want Italian food or Chinese food or dinner? Right? So like, do you want to go, do you want to pay cash or credit is a good one. Like, would you like a tall, grande, or venti coffee? Do you want that hot or iced, right? Can you think of some more choice questions that you can answer? Put them in the comments below, please, and we'll cover them. We'll give you some feedback. So reporting for question types. So this is where it gets more complicated, right? So when reporting yes/no questions, we must use if or whether. So what I'm talking about here is that when I'm saying reporting, when we're telling what people did, right? So direct speech, John asked, do you want to join me for dinner? Reported speech, John asked if I wanted to join him for dinner. Right? Now you try. Heather asked, should I go to the doctor? Heather asked if she should go to the doctor. If she should go to the doctor. She should talk about herself. Heather is talking about herself here. So Heather asked, let me write it out. This one. She go to the doctor. If she should go to the doctor. If she should go to the doctor. Why is it this way? Because when we're using reported questions, we use if or whether, because we're talking about something that someone else said. We're not actually doing it. So in this case, we're referring to what Heather said. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, sorry. So reporting for question types. When for reporting questions that begin with questions or words, we don't need to use the word if. So for example, Jenny asked, what time is it? The subject and the verb do switch in questions, right? So you can see the subject and verb changed here. And reported speech here, you can see Jenny asked what time it was. But the subject and verb don't switch in reported speech. See how that changed here? It's a common error you're going to see. So yes-no questions in English are formed by the subject auxiliary inversion rule, by which the position of the subject and the verb that follows it are switched. Many students find it difficult not to employ this rule when using question words in reported speech. So just be aware of that. So just something to be aware of is this stuff gets switched around. Okay, let's keep going. Normal word order is used in reported questions, right? So like we just talked about, Jenny asked what time is it, but that's wrong. So right, the correct phrase, Jenny asked what time it was. Also, it's not necessary to use do or did in reported questions. So for example, in direct speech, what time did you go to bed? In reported speech, we'll use the past tense, right? So she asked what time I had gone to bed versus did. We use the past perfect tense of the verb go because the question, it was in the past tense. Okay, let's keep going. So I want you to try a couple of examples, right? So Carl asked, where did Thomas go? Okay. So what do you think the answer is for this one? So we're doing reported version of this, right? So Carl asked where Thomas had gone. Now, why is it like this? Why is there no did or do? Because remember, let me show you. We use the past perfect tense of the verb go. This is the past tense. The question's in the past tense. Had gone. Right? We don't use do or did. That's why it was where did Thomas had gone as opposed to where did Thomas go. Right? Lauren asked, when is your wedding? So Lauren asked, remember it's reported, this is like we're going backwards, right? So this is in the past. Lauren asked when my wedding had been. Be was, actually was, or had been. It can be either. Right. See how we did that? Because remember, past tense. Because reported is in the past, right? So when Lauren asked when my wedding was, or when my wedding had been, because we're talking about something that happened in the past. Okay, let's do one more. Julio asked, what did you do last weekend? So Julio asked what I did last weekend. This one might be a little bit confusing because we said that you don't need to include did or do, but in this case we do because we have to, did's the subject, right? So what I did last weekend was this, because did's the subject. The other way of doing it is like what I had done last weekend. There's another way you could do it too. Past tense of do, right? Past, right? Okay, let's go look at the homework now. Okay, so for the homework, I want you to change the yes/no question into reported speech. Use the reporting verb ask and the conjunction if. Okay, let's try this. Simon asked, "Do you want to come to the concert?" So how do you change this into a reported speech? If I wanted to go to the concert. Remember, we have to use if, the conjunction if for these. Wanted because it's in the past tense. The teacher asked us, "Do you have a question?" Teacher asked us if I, this is you, remember that he's talking to you, so it's me, he's talking to me. If I had a question. Okay, let's keep going down. Change the WH questions into reported speech. Unlike yes/no questions, do not invert the subject verb, use backshifting in all answers. Okay, where's my cat? Let's see, how do I change this? Jenny asked, how do we do this? Jenny asked where my cat is. Remember, we're not inverting the subject and the verb, but we're doing backshifting. That's why we're doing that. Where my cat is. Saul asked Jeremy, "What time did you go to bed?" So Saul asked Jeremy, "What time did you go to bed?" So how do we do this one? So Saul asked Jeremy, "What time I went to bed?" See how we did that? Because remember, it's you and I, and now it's not going, it's went. We're going to the past tense. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope you appreciate this demo. Let me know what questions you have in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.